Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this session of Microsoft Word in ExcelR's Everyday Learning. My name is Rahul Chheda. I am your trainer for this session. I'll be sharing my screen. If you all are able to see my screen, just put yes in the chat box. Thank you so much for your response on the chat box. Very important from your side. The interactivity through chat box will help me to discuss more about the application, and we can learn as more as possible in this session. So we are going to start with Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is the application, the part of the MS Office package from Microsoft, where in the previous session we have seen Microsoft PowerPoint. Now we're going to work with the Microsoft Word document. Word document where we work on variety of things related to creating documents, and many of the options which are there, they are similar to what we have also seen in the PowerPoint. But here, let's see how the application and usage of those similar options are available here, so that we are going to look at. As you open Microsoft Word, you see the similar kind of interface which is available here in this, and you can see at the top you have your main title bar where you see the file name, and then you have the search bar. In the search bar, you can search the option for what is required to you. So if you are looking for, let's say, insert picture, you can just go on typing and it will show you the option related to insert pictures. So this tool is very handy. You can look for options which are inside the application, as well as it will help you find the different documents with this search as well. So as you type the values, it will go on searching the values, and there are no documents of these names in my system, so it will not show me anything. So as if there is no other document I have, so there is nothing in the search it shows me. But as you look at, as I go on typing, the search immediately looks for those characters, the keywords what we put in the search bar, and it will give you options, and you can choose out of that which option is required for you. So search option is a handy option what we have. Then we have the tabs, where you have the first tab, which is file tab. In the file tab, you have the option of home, that is, it goes back here, and you have the new option. In the new, you will see a lot of ready-made templates which are available, which you can utilize in creating the document. Now, these are templates where you can create so many different things. You can create your own book if you are having passion to write something. You can use Microsoft Word to write your book. You can create invitation cards using the Microsoft Word. You can also create a newspaper document. You can create the newsletters. You can create bookmarks. So many different options available to create. You can create so many things here with the help of Microsoft Word. You can create your resumes, you can create your profiles, you can create the colorful documents, business proposals, using all the options which are available in Microsoft Word. So here you also have the different categories of the ready-made templates which are available. So as you click on them, you will see the options related to it. So as we click on any of the options, let's say we click on this, you can see this is a brochure which is of a restaurant, where it shows me the different uh, placements of the boxes and images in the document. If I require it, I can just click on create. This is directly downloaded from the Microsoft website. As I click on the next here, I'll be able to see the next document. Now this is a report document. It will help me to create the report for a company which is there. So if I click on create, it will open up this report. Now this entire report, it has just this 2 pages what I have. So it is giving me a format that how the title of the report should be. You can use images, logo, you can add the text box, you can add the headings, you can add the subtext and the other things into this. We go back to the file, click on new, we click on business. You will see you also have the resume. If you click on resume, you will see it will show you the resume which is created here. If you click on create, it will show you that, and you can just replace the values here which are available. So the format is ready, just you need to put your own details into resume and that can be utilized. Let's see something more also in this themes. Let's say this traditional newspaper, what it shows. So it has details. Let's create this. So when I click on create, what it does is it is downloading that document for me. So this is a traditional newspaper, what is created in Microsoft Word. See all these things, what we see here, that is created here in the Microsoft Word. And we'll see some of these that how we can use the options which are there in Microsoft Word to create this kind of document as well. Yes, it's a lengthy process and it is time consuming. We require this content to put in, so we can utilize this content as well. How to create these kind of documents as well. So in the themes, you have so many options available to work with, to utilize it. These are ready-made templates. If you don't want to waste much of the time in thinking and creating designs, you can utilize these ready options which are available. You can see so many options. Flyers you can create. Ready-made flyers are available. You can see this a very interesting flyer is there, like any sale announcement. This kind of stuff can be created here, the entire background and the things. This brush effect which is there, maybe it is an image which is picked up from the net. That's a ready image which is used. So as I select on it, I can see that the image is picked up from other place. But yes, this other part, which is this text, the icon, that we can add it in the Microsoft Word as well. So we have these different options available which we can utilize in creating these different kinds of documents which are there. And let's look at something more here. So as you know that we have used PowerPoint and other applications of Microsoft where the tabs which are there, they are standard. So every tab which you will see, it will have the ribbon to it, and each ribbon will have different groups, and these groups will be named here at the bottom, like you have font, paragraph, styles, editing, voice. So in whichever tab you go, you will see these ribbons, and you will see the different drop downs and buttons which you can use to work with the different options available in each ribbon. Now we'll open up a new document first and see some of the options. So in the new document, when we start up, we have this page which is available. In the document, you will have a single page which is there, and here at the bottom side, you will see the page numbers. On the left side, you will see page 1 of 1. Then as you go on typing the text here, as you add more and more text, it will also show you the number of words which are there in the document. Then it will also give you text prediction. As you work on mobile phones, you see it gives you predictive text. Similar to that, Word also has the option of predictive text, which will suggest whenever it has in its library those kind of words. Then here, when we start creating the document, what we require is to set up the size. Now, size would be there in the design tab. On the right side, you have the different options related to it. So you have the font. For the size, the layout is the option, and in the size you will see the different types of option. The by default for my system is A4 size, which is 21 centimeters by 29.7. That's default. But others, if you want, you can utilize the other sizes as well. And if you want more page sizes, you can go to more page size, and you can see here different options available. For the page size, in this drop down, you will see a lot of options. If you do custom size, you can put your own width and height for the page, which is there. That also can be done from here. You also have the option for setting the margins. For any different page size, what you set, you will be able to keep the margins. That will be really helpful if you are keeping margins. Like if you are going to print the document, the margins which will be there, it will leave that much space from all the sides, and it will help you to save the text from getting cut, or when you, if you are putting the document into, like, let's say filing it and punching it, so the text which is there, it should not get disturbed by the punching. It does not get cut due to punching. So the margins are very much important, so it has to be set. So by default, you will see that the page size is A4 for me, or maybe for some people it would be letter. Letter is also a default page size. It has also the similar size as A4. Little bit of change would be there, but otherwise it's almost the same. So that's where you can set up, that is the page setup, which is in the layout. In the layout, you have the option of size. Also, you can look at the orientation. Portrait is the basic orientation which we use, but if you want to change it to landscape, you can select the landscape. So the document will go into the landscape part. So portrait will keep it. Margins you have. This is a normal one, narrow margins. You can see these blue lines which are there in each of the icons here. It shows that how the margins would be, and the center area which is there will have our content. So you can have these kind of margins which are available. If you want to customize the margin, you can go to custom margin, and you can create your own margin as well. So you have top left, bottom right margins. You have gutter positioning. Gutter positioning is the in between space which is between the two lines. That is the gutter positioning, that how it would be. Then we come to the design part here. In the design, you have document formatting options. There are ready-made documenting formats you can choose. These are all ready formats. So whichever formats you want to use, you can utilize these formats. So if you select any of the formats, it gets applied. So as you start typing, you will find that it is a normal text, but to see that format which is applied, when you go to the home tab, in the home tab, you will see these formatting options will be activated. So if this text which I have typed here, if it is my heading, then I can just select my text here, and then I can select the heading one. So as I choose heading one, it will give that formatting which is there. Or if it's a title, I can choose the title. So that will be applied to that text which I had typed. And this becomes very easy for you to manage the entire document while you are preparing it. So once you enter it, then it goes through the normal text which is there. So I'll just type some text. And when you add some text here, you will see on the text, whatever values are there, they would be in the normal font. So by default, it will show you normal here. But let's say if I want to give a heading to this, and I select the above and put as, let's say, heading one, and then I select this text and click on heading one. So that becomes my heading one. As you go down and you go on adding more and more text, you want to add the second heading. You can just select type heading 2, and the format what you are using. If you want to use the same format, you can just select the same formatting what you have. You can just click on heading 2. So that will be a standard formatting for everything what to do here, and you don't have to worry about the formats. So if in case you want to change the formatting, any case, you can go back to the design, and then you can reselect the format you want. You can see that the formatting is also getting changed as I do that. So these are ready-made formats available and easy to apply, easy to work with them. We'll keep this only in the new format. It looks better. Now, also in the formatting part, if you are looking at like changing colors, you can select this and you can select any of the themes which are there and you can apply it. So directly it will go and apply those color schemes on whichever colors you have added. It will just, so it's very easy and simple way to manage it. Then if I want to change the text formatting which is available, I can go to format. Right now it is of Office Calibri, which is the standard one. I can just select any of them, whichever I want to. So the entire document is changed by this, and nothing gets disturbed much here, as it's a standard way to change the text which we have added. So very easy way to handle and manage this entire thing. Then if you want a standard paragraph spacing, you can choose out of this how it should be. These are different options that how your paragraph setting should be. So depending on what is your requirement, you can choose that. No paragraph space, you want some compact space, you want it a little tight, you want to keep it open. So you can choose any of them which is required. So we keep as the standard one which is there. So we don't choose any out of this. So this is how you can just go on adding the different settings which are available through that. Now there is an option here in the design that if you want to add a watermark, that like confidential document, you can use this watermarks available. You can just click on it and that will get, so it would be a very light one here, horizontal. In the middle of the text, you will see that confidential would be added. That's the watermark. So if I'm going to share this with someone, I can use the watermarks as well. So these are the watermarks which can be added to the text. So till here, everyone first try this part. Once you have tried this, you can just put done in the chat box, and then we'll do the next step. In watermark, if we want to add our own text, we can just select it, and you have a custom watermark option. You can select that, and here you can see there is a text confidential written. Instead of that, you can choose any other which are there. These are all different watermarks available. You can type here also, you can remove it. My own. And then you can click on apply. Click OK. Close this. We'll see that my own watermark is there. That is one way. There is also option for you in the custom watermark to select picture watermarks. If you want, you can select a picture. You can search from the web. Not allowing this one. Let's select something else. So once I click on apply, that watermark will be visible. I think the format is not supporting this. We'll retry it. Let's do from here, from office.com. Nothing is available. Select a picture. We'll choose JPEG file interchange format and then click OK. Error occurred importing file. So this is the error which is we are facing. And so one more thing we can do is we can just first download that image, and then we can utilize that for our watermark. So let's first download the image. So let's go to the web. Let's search an image. I'll just save that image onto desktop. After saving that image, we'll go back to Word and do watermark, customs, select picture from file to desktop, select this, insert. Let's see if it works. Yes, it's allowed. So there's a picture here. Now it's applied. So important is to download it. So it's very light because it's a watermark, so hardly visible. A better way is to have the watermarks like we have the custom watermarks where you can choose the text, which is a good way to use them. If you want, you can change the color of this by using the color options. So you can give a color to your watermark text, which is there. Let's choose confidential. And if you want to keep it, you can keep it horizontal as well. And click apply. Now you can see that confidential is visible here. So better way is to keep a watermark is like text would be much better option, but you have another option as well. So you can utilize them also. If you want to remove a watermark, you can use remove watermark option here. You can click on it and the watermark will get removed. Then let's say if you are creating something and where you want some background color, that is a page color, you can use the page color option. You can give the page color. As you select it, you can see that my page color is changing. So you can give that page color as well. But nowadays, if you are going to use for this document for printing, uh, avoid using the background color. But yes, if it is really required in terms of where it's like a flyer or a brochure and where a lot of colors would be there, then it's fine. You can utilize any color combination which you require. But like if it's a normal text document, then keep the background as white and the text as the normal black color, or maybe these basic changes which we have done, that kind of stuff is fine. But too much of color for a text document would really not be required, because if you're going to print that same document, would really not give that output of printing what will be required. So that we have added colors. If you want to add borders to the pictures, you can select the page borders. You have these options. You can just click on it and the entire whole document will get the page borders. So if you want only first page to be given the borders, you can select this page only, this section first page only. That way you can do it and just click OK. You can see that border will be applied. So depending on your requirement, you can choose the borders. So that is page borders. You have different options. You can put it dotted lines. You have multiple options available here. See, all these options are there. To add it, just click OK, then you will see that borders will get applied. Simple options, you can just apply by clicking and it will be affected. So if I add another page here, if I add more page here, if I go on adding the pages, you will see only first page I had selected. So the border will be only on the first page. I don't require the border on other pages. So I've selected that option. If I want the borders on other pages as well, I can go back and go to page borders, and then you can select whole document wherein it will apply borders to the entire document. So whatever is required, you can choose from this. Then in our document, we go back to the home tab. In the home tab, you have different options available. like your basic options, copy, paste. You have the changing font options and other related options related to font, which are the common ones which we have used in other application as well. So for example, if I want to copy this entire text which is there, I can select it and Control C to copy it and go to the next page and Control V to paste it. So that can be pasted easily. Control C, Control V. If you want, you can add a heading here. So let's add a heading here. Heading 3. And we'll select this text. We select the text and we select heading 1, and that will get applied. And in the text, if I have certain things to be done, like you want to underline a particular text, you can just select that text and you can just underline it. So just select that text which you want and you can use the underline option. You can press Control U to underline, Control B for bold, Control I for italics. So if I do Control I, it will make the text as italics. And let's say certain text, if you want to strike through, and you can do that. Let's say we select this line and we want to strike through. You can use the strike through option. So that entire text will have a line over it. That's called strike through. And when you're typing a text, and if you want something like the additional text which goes downwards, like we are writing H2O, and this 2 which is there, it has to go subscript. So we select it. You have this option of subscript. You can select it, or you can press Control is equal to. So you can see that that 2 will go as a subscript. And if you're writing something like 4 raised to 2 I want, and the 2 has to go on superscript. So you can select this option, that is superscript. You can press Control Shift plus plus. You can see that 4 raised to 2 has gone. So these are the different ways you can use. You can see this H2O and 4 raised to 2. That this 2 which has gone down is called subscript, and 2 which has gone up is called superscript. So that is where you can utilize this option. Here there are these 2 options available. Earlier these 2 buttons were not there. If you're using an old version, then you need to go into the text formatting. So once you select the text, you can just right click on it. So whichever text you want to make it superscript or subscript, select that, right click, and you can once you right click on it, you will see font options. Go to font and this box will open, and in this box you will see the options related to this. That is, here the check boxes are there. So you will see subscript option, you will have strike through option, superscript, double strike through, all these you will have. So you can immediately use this option by using the font box which is available. And also, if you are selecting any text and you go to this option of the fonts, you can also click on this small box which is there, or you can press Control D to open this box of formatting. And here you can also use small caps, all caps, hidden. That way also you can use small caps. These are all options we can select. All caps. So click OK. You can see that entire text is capital. And if you want it to become the lower case, you can use small caps and that will go lowercase. So this is how you can utilize these options for working with the text. You have more options here also. So if I select this text, you can see here also the options sentence case. You have the lowercase, there is no capital, uppercase you have. So all capital becomes, then you want each word which is there, the first alphabet should be capital. You can use this. So that will be capitalize each word. You can use the toggle case. So first alphabet is lowercase and rest all are capital. So this option is also a very interesting one to use. This option we don't have in the Microsoft PowerPoint, but in Word you have this. You can use this here in Microsoft Word. Then if you want to highlight a text, you have the highlighter. You can use the highlighting also, that if you are working on a document and you want to see some text which is important, you want to highlight, you can use the highlighter. You can choose the colors for the highlighter as well. So once you select the text, you can use the different color as well. So once you have activated the highlight, you can select the text. If you want to deactivate it, just click back on that. So if I click on here, and as I come here, you can see my mouse icon will change and I can directly select those text to highlight. So that is the highlight option for the text. Then I can also change the color of this text. If I want, I can select the text and select the font colors. So you can change the colors of the text as well. Now there are alignments which are available for the text. So when you select the text which you want to align, you can select the text which you want to align. And here you have left alignment, which is the default one. Then you have the center alignment, you have the right alignment, and you have justified alignment. So Control L for the left alignment, Control E for center alignment, Control R for right alignment, and Control J for justify. So that is alignments what you can use. You can also use the spacing option, line paragraph spacing. From here, the by default spacing is 1.15. You can choose 1, you can choose 1.5, 2. You can see that spacing is coming up. If you want to remove spacing, you can use the remove spacing before paragraph, after paragraph, that can be used. Otherwise, you can keep it as default. You also have an option of putting the colors on the background, which is there of the text. So you can select any color if you want to add a background to your text, which is there. So it is similar to highlight, but not exactly highlight, because if you compare both this, the highlight one and this, you can see there is a in between line which is white, and in the background color, the entire background would be a single color. So let's apply a color here. You can see the entire background is that same color, as well as you can see the area which does not have the text, that also gets filled with the color. But when you are using highlight, it highlights only the text which is there. It does not highlight the background area which is there. No doubt here, while you are using the highlight option, the color is on the background of the text, but it is focusing only on the text area, not on the other blank area which are there. But when you are using the fill color option, then it will highlight the entire area, if whether it has text or it does not have text. So that can be utilized. Then you have the option of indent. So if I select a particular text and then I use the indent spacing option, you can see this is the indent spacing. That text will go and adjust itself in that area. So as you have seen that option of the newspaper, we have seen that sample. Here, while creating this kind of document, we use indent to adjust the space for the text. So for example, let's add an image like this into our document. So if I want to add an image here, so I will not do indent right now. I'll keep it normal first as the normal text, and then I can just go to insert and insert a picture. Let's use stock image. Let's say we select an image. So this image will place itself inside this. I'll just adjust this image and put it here. Now I need to adjust this image layout. So here you can see on this corner, layout options will be available. So it is in line with text. It says I want it this option square. I can choose that. So it will adjust the text between this. So there are tight options, through options. You have behind text, you have top. So tight option, it will be near to the text. So you can, as you move the text, you will see how this gets placed. So it moves between the text. You can also use the next option as through. And as you move the image, you will see how the text gets adjusted. You have this option. So it will be between the two paras. This is another option we have. The text goes behind our text. The image goes behind the text. So it does not disturb the text at all. So wherever you want, you can just place that image which is there. You have another option. So this will be above the text. It does not disturb the text, but it is over the text, which is here. We'll keep it this option called tight, and we'll keep the image here itself. Till here, everyone try these options, what I have done, highlighting different text colors using fill, alignment. Everyone first try these options. Once you have done this, you can put done in the chat box. In this formattings of text, we have one more interesting option. So let's select the text, and we have this text effects here. As you choose a text effect, it gets applied to that text. So that way, ready options are also available. You can work with that also, or you can use the normal options which are there. Then you also have this option which is called clear formatting. So if you have applied something as a formatting, you select that text and you want to remove that formatting, you can use the clear formatting button. If you click on that, it becomes the normal. Then let's say if there is a formatting which I want to apply onto the another text which is there, you can select that particular text which is having a particular format. So let's say this underline with italics, and it is having a background color that I want to use. So clicking on that, then select the format painter option. Once you select it, then you can just select another text. You will see that brush icon comes with my text, and I'll select the text. You can see that the underline and the italics is applied, not the background color which is there, because it's not picked up it as a formatting. So only the formatting of text is taken here, and we get that underline and italics with this. So you select a particular text where the formatting is already applied, then click on the format painter button, and then you select another text. You will see when you come near to the text, there is a brush icon coming, and then you can select the text where you want to apply, and it will apply that formatting to that text. So that is a very, very useful option of format painter. It saves a lot of time while we want to reapply that format which is there. Let's say this text what we have, we want to make it as a columnar one like we saw in the newspaper. So you can select this text, and then we can utilize the option that is in the layout. In the layout, we have columns. In columns, this is the one column right now. I will make it as two columns. So you can see my text is now in two different columns, which is similar to your newspaper. So this text will go from this direction till here down, and then it goes in the right top up, and then that way. So that is how the two columns can be done. You can increase this to three columns also. Same, you can select the text, and then you can go to layout, columns. You can select three columns as well. So this format can be used. So I have added some text here, and but the size of the text, this is too large. So I select back the text and then go to my home tab and click on normal here. And then I make this size increase to 12. And see, there is a lot of spacing between this text which is available. Now, basically what has happened, the above text which I selected, that is in a superscript mode. So this also has gone to superscript mode. So I just make this as a normal one by clicking back on the superscript. So this comes as normal. So now this is my normal text. Now here, one more thing what we require to do is related to the text is that I'm here at this page, and in the page I want to insert something which is called as a page break. So we go to the insert. Now we go to references, And here we have the insert breaks which are there. Here it is. In insert, we have the page break. So we click on page break, and you can see there is a page break added here. To view the page breaks, we go to the view tab, and you can see the layouts which are there for the view which is there. And you have the different layouts. Read layout. So this is the reading layout what we have. So as you click on the next part, it goes to the layout. So as I click on this button here, you can see it is showing me a page break icon here. Now this is a spacing icon. So from where you have press enter, it goes on to that next line, and you will see this para spacing. So here there is a page break which has come, the page break line. So if I enter anything from this place, if I enter, let's add one more text here. Say new page. So once I've added a new page here, and if I am typing something over here, let's add this. So this I'm having a new text page. As I go on typing, and it will go on adding more and more text. So I'm using the dictate option so that I can type it fast. As I go on typing, you can see it goes to the next line, but the new page which is there at the bottom, that does not move. So that is because since I have added a page break, since the page break is there, what it does, it does not allow the below page text to go on the next line. If there is no page break, then what happens is you will see that the text below in the next page goes out of that range, which is actually the position which it is there. So then it becomes difficult for us to format it. So whenever you start working, you can add a page break before you add more and more content. So this will go on writing the different text which is there. I'll stop the dictate. See, this much text we have added here, but you can see the new page text which is there, it is as it is down there. So if you are at the top here, there is the last text which is there. If you press enter, you can see the next page text which is there, it is moving down, but this new page, it is not moving at all. So if I enter here, still you can see that is going down, but it is still here. It does not defect any change to the new page which is there. So that's why the page break is really an interesting way to work with, as well as you have these section breaks which are there, which gets applied. So this, if you want to remove this options which are called as paragraph spacing, you can just click on it back and it will go away. So everyone try this insert page break option. Once you have done this, you can just put done in the chat box. in the Word document, when we are working with this, we can also find a text which we are looking for by using the find option. So when you click on find, on the left side, you will see a navigation pane will come. So if I'm looking for certain words, let's say video, and as I type it, you will see it will show me the results. So wherever video as a text is there, it finds it and it highlights it. So in the entire document, you will see wherever there is a video, it will show you that. And here also it shows that how many results are there, 16 results. So that will be easier. Now, if you want to reach to a particular result, you can use this arrow also. You can see this arrow will go and pick that word video and it will highlight that. So you can use this up and down arrow option to reach to a particular word which is there. So this is a very interesting option to work with. Then in that same thing, if I want to use the replace, I can use the replace as well. When you click on replace, it will show that if you want to change this video word with something else, let's say I want to change this with movie, then I can do that by first click on find next. You can click on that and then you can click on replace all. It says 15 replacement done. One is missing because I did click on find next. So there would be still one video text which will be there. So all are replaced now with the movie. So that is find and replace. Let's do it one more time. Click on replace. Let's say movie, I want to replace with video. So I'll type here video and then you can click on replace all. So all will get replaced. So quickly you can use the find and replace option and get the things done. Because in the entire document, there would be so many text which is there, and it will go on showing you that way how to find the words and replace it. Anything specific you're finding, you can do it. Then you have a select option. Select all. If you do, everything gets selected inside the document. That is Control A, you can press to select everything. You have select an object option. You can select an object. You have the selection pane. So on the right side, there is a selection pane which is available. So whatever document objects will be there, it will show you that. So right now there is only one object, which is picture. So it shows me that. If I want to hide a picture, I can use the hide option here. That is a icon. It will show the picture and hide the picture by using the selection pane. If there are too many objects which are there on the document, and if you want to work with this, you can use the selection pane very effectively. A very fantastic option to work with. So let's look at some more things here. We'll go down and let's see, we go down at the last page. And here, this new page, what we have written, I'll just make it as heading 1. And in the next line, we are going to work with the insert options. So in the insert option, I have the option of adding a cover page. If I want, I can just choose the cover page which is readily available. So as you click on this, you will see at the first page, above the first page, a cover page will be added. So the theme which we had chosen, on that you have this cover page which is there. So immediately it will show you the cover page. You can change the text which is here. Here it says draw your readers in engaging, abstract, and typical short summary. So you can write a summary over here. You can put the document title, document subtitle. So that is your page. Your name comes here at the bottom, the author of this document that comes. So very easy way to manage this entire document. So you get the cover page there. Then if you want to add a blank page, you can use the blank page option. So in between documents, wherever your cursor is there, it will add a blank page in here. So if I go at the end, I can press Control End on my keyboard to go at the last line which is there in the document. And after this, let's say if I want to add a page, then I can use the Insert Blank Page. So there will be one more page added here as well. So as you go up, here we will add some tables. So insert table, you can select all these grids what you see, or you can click on insert table. As you click on insert table, it will ask you that how many columns and rows you want. You can pick up that and make it and click OK. You will see that table is added here. Now this table which is added, if you want to move this table, you have on the corner left side a four-headed arrow. So you can use that left click and move this table, and you can add the text inside these cells. Now in here you get a table design. When you create a table, you can see this drop down. If you want to choose a particular format, you can choose this, and that will get added as a format. You have so many formats available. You can choose out of this any format which you want. Once you do this, you can give the title to the table. So that's the text which I have typed, but here you can see it is having more cells at the top. So I can use the option to merge this text. So merge cells, I can use merge cell option so that my text which is there, it can be aligned in the top cell itself. And I can make it as the center aligned option. So you can see that it gets center aligned. I repeat. So when I was typing my text here, it is here inside this first cell. Since it is a colored one, we are not able to see that. So let's just change the format of this so that we can see it very clearly. So let's select this much part, and we can add borders to this so that we can see them. So when I'm selecting this, you can see it's a very thick border. I can just choose that to a normal one. So we can see that all these cells which are there, they are having different space, and I want to make this as one cell. So selecting all the cells together and then go into the layout option and click on merge cells. So this becomes one cell entirely, and then I can select the center alignment. So now that text comes into the center. So table layout is in once you select the table, you will see the layout option will get activated. If the table is not selected, I will not see the layout option. So when I click on the table here, select the table, at the top you will see layout option. In that you can select the merge option. And then I can go on adding the text here. So let's add some names here. Let's say fruits. We'll add the titles, like the fruits, vegetables. And below this, I want to add the names of the fruit. As you press tab key, it will add a row here, and you can just add the more text. So as you press tab key, it will add a row here. You can do the spelling correction by using that option. Whenever it is there, I can use different options. So here the last column which is there, if I don't want them, I can just right click on a cell and delete that. You get the delete option here. You can select the delete column. So that column gets deleted. If I want to add a column, I can just right click and select insert. So it is adding a row currently, but I will click inside this and right click and insert option and select on the right or left. It will ask you. So I want to add it on the right. So a column will be added here. Now let's say in these cells, I want to insert a picture. I can go to insert and add a picture there. Insert a picture. So it will be a normal size. You can resize this and we can go on adding pictures into that. So select the cell, the cursor will be blinking, insert. You can use pictures. So whenever it gets added here, you can just resize it. Then click in the next one, insert pictures. This way we can also add pictures into the table as well. So it can be created more creative way we can add this. In the insert, you have more options. We will see that. So we have seen table, how to add table. We can add pictures also separately. So you can go to insert and you can use from your device, from stock images or from online pictures. You can select it and you can use the online picture options, and you can add the picture whichever you like. You can just select that picture and click on insert. So that image will get added here. You can resize this. Here, whenever you add picture, here you can see the picture format option. In that, you can utilize the different picture effects which are there. You can use these different frames which are available for the pictures. So to enhance the view of the picture, you can use these different options available. So it will look more creative on your document. So that's about inserting a picture inside this. When you are adding the pictures, you can add as many pictures as you want on this. You can resize the picture very easily. You can set it. But whenever you are placing a picture inside the text, like what we have done here, you can see it has the formatting option which you can use. So when you click on the picture, you will see picture format. In here, these are other formats which are there, which you can use. That is the effects which is there. But on the corner of this is a called wrap option or layout option. Same option is available in the picture format. Here you will see picture wrap. So here you can see different options available. You can utilize this as well. And you have picture positioning also, which is similar to the option what we have seen. Now this is basically, it will move inside the document, the entire picture which is there. So any one which is there, you can use them. You have this wrap option also. That's the more convenient way we can work with it. So everyone try this option of pictures, and then we'll see uh, how to work with that. Okay. Keeping a picture in the background. So we can go to the option here in the design. Page color option is there. Fill effects. In the fill effects, you have picture. You can select picture. Insert. Choose JPEG. Directly it is not picking up. Let's download that one picture and we'll select, let's say, background. Once you have downloaded the file, the image file, you can go back to Word. And now we can use this select picture option. We'll go to from a file, desktop. We are seeing this only. We will choose that only. JPEG image will be used and click OK. Now you can see my entire background is the picture background. So that is in your page color, fill effects. You can see the picture using this fill picture option. You have other options as well. You can use the colors. You can use the texture patterns if you want. You can add that also. You can add the texture also behind the page. So in your fill effects, you have all these options. You can add a pattern. If you want, you can add a pattern. That also can be done. And the fill effects has the picture option as well. So you can select a picture. So from file, first important is to download the picture. Once you have done that, you can click OK and you will see the picture is seen in the background. Everyone try these options, then we will see more options. So to add your background, you need to go to the design tab. In the design tab on the right side, you have page color. Page color, if you want to add a single color, you can directly choose any color from here. If you want to add like effects to it, you can go to your fill effects. In here, you have the options of gradient. You can choose that as well. You can choose this different gradient options which are available. So that will get added as the gradient color. You also have the options of texture. If you want to add a texture, you can choose a texture. You can see that background will be added. In the same option, fill effects, you have pattern. If you want to add a pattern, you can choose the pattern. So the pattern will be added. Fill effects, you have the option of picture. You can select a picture from whatever is there on your computer. From there, you can choose a picture and insert it. Then click OK. You will see that it will add that picture as a background. Lot many things can be done here. let's do something really interesting. So we had one document here, this document. Let's try to recreate this, what we have. So we'll try to recreate this. The background which is there here, it's actually an image which is used. Will not have the exactly same background, but let's try to create similar stuff with this. So let's add a new document. First, we require that background which is there. So we will just go and select some background. We can directly go to design and just add a page color to it, a navy blue. So we'll just put a plain navy blue color background. And what else we have? We have this yellow color image which is there behind. So let's select that. So we have pasted this image over here. And we want this shape which is there. So let's go to our file and see what page we have. So in insert, you will go and you go to shapes. In the shapes, we have this shape over here. Let's draw this. So it has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So we have this 5. Let's look at if we have a 6 sides shape. We have this. Let's draw this here. And you have this, yellow dot. With that, you can, adjust this edges which are there. And let's go to the shape format. And we can remove the fill color which is there, or what they have kept is they have kept a navy blue color. Now that background color which is there, the same color I wanted. So what I can do is going into the shape fill. Here I can choose the last color which was applied. So that is there. I can choose that. And the borders which are there, that I want to make it as white color. And we want to make it a little thick. So we'll make these as a little thick one. Effects will go. See if anything we can add to this. So we have sail and that icon which is there, we can add that. So let's go to insert icons. We don't have similar icon, but let's choose one of the icons like this. Insert, and we can put it here. Now this is coming at the top, so I can just make it send to back. And we have to adjust this. We have to make it at the top. We want to place it. This I have to make it. I have to make it front of the text will do, so that I can move it easily. There's no disturbance on the image. So when you're working with some of these options which are there, we can just use them. So here we'll change the color of this by going to graphic format and make this as a yellow color. Graphic fill we can choose this color, yellow. And we want to add a text inside this. So we'll insert a text box. So inserting a text box will help us to control the text which is there. So a lot of text is coming. We want to add here as sale. So we'll just type in that and we'll put it here. Now we don't want the background which is there. So shape fill, and we make it no fill and no outline also. Only the text. And we want to make that text a little big in size. And also we want to make it as in the white color. So you can choose the color of the text as white and increase the font size. And make it center line. And you can move this text box here. So we have that text over here. What else we have here? We have this up to 50% off. That's the rounded shape what we have. So that is also a separate object. You see that round shape and the text. So we'll add that. So we go to insert and we add shapes and we add oval. We draw it over here. And we'll add the colors to it. So shape fill, and you can choose the color. Outline, will remove it. So no outline. And this is a little, not exactly circle, but a little shape. So we can do that, and we can rotate it like this. And we want to put behind that shape. So right click, and I can just use the send backward. So this multiple times I need to do. So to make it easier, we can use the selection pane also. You can see that oval is there. You can put this arrow. You can see now it has gone back. So back to hexagon 2. And now we'll add the fill effects to this. You can add a glow. Add a shadow. So it's clearly visible that shadow is there. And you can add the glow option. In the glow, there are presets which are there. These are the presets, but it has little different colors to it. So if you can see, as I add a glow, I can change the color also to this. I can add a little navy color to this. So it looks more enhanced. And over this, I want to add a text box. And the text box will show up to 50% off. So let's add a text box. So we'll draw it here. And we'll write up to 50% off. And then we just select the entire text, increase the size of this. We'll align it properly, center line, and we do not want any fill here. So no fill and no outline. And we can first put the text here. So selecting the text here, we can also manage this. So let's go to Home tab, and you can see there is an option here. You can remove spacing. So that does not help remove spacing. What we'll keep it as it is, and we change the color of the text. We put it as the navy blue color. Or let's keep it. We'll go to more colors and see some good color. Let's keep this one. So this will be visible. Now we'll rotate it so that it is little slanting. So when you click inside the text box, this will come straight. But when you have placed it here, rotated it, then it will go to the rotated position, how it will be. So we have kept this, and you can see that the text is placed there. Then we want to add something more to this. We want to add a company dash event name, then event date, event time, and this event place. So let's add that. So we'll scroll this, and we're going to add the shape first. No, first the text box we'll add, that was the company name and event name. So draw it here, company name, event name, and we will remove the backgrounds. So no shape fill, no outline, and we select the entire text and give the color to the text, that is the yellow one, and increase the font size. You can use the Control Shift greater than sign to increase the font size also, or you can use this and center line. We'll make it bold. So that's the one text box which we have added. Now let's add one more text box. Insert shapes, text box, and we'll draw it here. And what we require here is we want event date, event time, and event place. So here we'll say event date, Control A for the text, and we don't want the shape fill, we don't want the outline, and we want to keep the font as yellow color and increase the font size, make it bold, and keep it center line. Now this is the format what we have. We'll just select this, and we'll duplicate this text box so that the formatting what we have done, we don't have to repeat it. So Control D to duplicate this. So one box here, Control D one more time, and we place the third box. Now I can use the arrange option. So select this, all three boxes together, and you can go to shape format. In the shape format, you have the align option. So in the align, we select, and we select this as align middle, and then we select align and select distribute horizontally. So the spacing between all three of them remains same. And now in this, I want to add the lines which are there. So we'll go to insert, shape, and we select this line and draw it here between this. And let's make the outline as the yellow color one and make it a little thick. So weight you will use, and you can use the 4 point 1. You can place it exactly here, and you can press Ctrl D to duplicate this and place it over here. So we have this page which is having this detail. Let's see what the rest all is the normal text. So everyone, try this much what we have done till here. Once you have done till here, you can put done in the chat box. Don't worry about this background which is there. If you don't have that, you can put anything in the behind, but at least this shape using the text, you can put this. So once you have done this, just put done in the chat box, then we'll see more options. So the yellow background which is there, I've just copy pasted it from the other document which we had. So I'll just use that background. So you can use any other background if you want. This we have created. The round shape, oval shape, the hexagon that we have created. So we have created this little different from it, but yes, you can put any design which is there behind. You can, in the search, if you go in the search, in Google search, if you are going, you can type background with brush stroke. Background with brush stroke. So you'll see a lot of similar backgrounds will be there. You can pick up out of these backgrounds which are there. Not many backgrounds will be available. If you put the right keyword, you may find different backgrounds available. Once you have completed this part of creating this design, you can put done in the chat box. Once you have done it, we'll do something more. After this, we'll add, we'll go to that other document back, first document, and I'll go down at the last page. I'll remove this background which is there. I'll just keep that as plain one. So go back to the page color. I'll keep it as white. And what I require is in the next page, how to create an organization chart. So here I'll give the title. Selecting this title. Once I select this, then I go to my home tab and select heading. Okay, that's my heading. And here I'm going to add my organization chart. So insert, and you have SmartArt. Select SmartArt. In here you will select hierarchy, and we select the organization chart, and you can click on OK. So this chart will come here, and we'll just type in the values. So whenever you are working with the organization chart, first we'll remove all these values which are there, and we'll start typing here. Let's say CEO, enter, then press tab key. So we get a level below CEO. Let's say we put as GM, HR, enter, and then GM finance, enter, and then GM sales, GM operations, and GM marketing. So multiple departments. Then in each department you can go and enter and then press tab key, and we'll see, let's say, senior manager. Then in the next one, enter, tab, senior manager. Go to the next one, enter, press tab key, senior manager. Here also operations, enter, press tab key. So when you're pressing tab key, it goes to the below level. So that's a very easy way to work with this. So I can go on adding as many levels as I want into this particular organization chart. So here we can see this organization chart is added. Once we have done it, we can also change the colors if you want. We have the different color combinations. We can choose that. You can add more and more data which is there into the organization chart. In here, we can also enter other kinds of SmartArts. You can go to the SmartArt and you can see there are list values. You can choose any of them. You can add them. Like you have the list values. You can select this. You can type in the values into this, or you can select the text box as well. Like you want. Let's say mobile phones. Enter, you want mobile, then tabs, tablet, PC, then laptops, then you have desktop. So these are all at one level. If in that also you want to add some points, just enter and press tab key. single SIM, enter double SIM, you know, here, let's say Control Z. In this tablet PC, let's say I have 10-inch, 6, 15, 13-inch laptops, enter regular, touch screen, desktops, regular, and all-in-one. So you can add these different options points which are there. And if you want, you can look at more layouts also, which are available for these different things. So you can use this as well. So multiple ways, multiple things are available. You can choose them and make your document more creative in terms of using these different options. Now, there's one question. Let's add a blank page. So insert, I go and add a blank page. So after this, I'm adding a blank page. So to remove your blank page, a very simple way, if you are on the last page and you want to remove this, you can just do backspace and you'll see that page is removed. Just you have to do a backspace and that page will be removed. So that's the way you can handle that. In the view option, you have the outline view where you can see all the pages like this. That's the view what is there. But we will not use this view at all. So everyone first try this SmartArt option and then we'll see more options in this. So everyone try creating this organization chart and also create this SmartArt. Once you have completed this, you can put done in the chat box. A simple way to add a SmartArt, you can go to insert and you can click on SmartArt. You can choose hierarchy. Hierarchy, once you choose, you will see the options. In the text pane here, you can remove all these first and then start typing in like MD and then enter. Then you want GM1, GM2, GM3, and below that, if I want the senior manager, so SR, M, Just enter, then press tab key, SRM, just writing short forms, enter tab SRM. So these all options what you have in the SmartArt helps you to put your text in a very creative manner. All the designs are ready. You just need to type in the text inside those shapes which are coming in. So then it will be very easy for you to manage the entire smart art which is there. So Microsoft Word, we have 2 more sessions to go on this. It's a small application, but very interesting to use with a lot of interesting options. You can change the colors by selecting the change color option. So as the level changes, the color also changes. So it looks very easy to identify different levels which are there. In each of them, you can just go on adding as many levels as you want. So at each level, if you want to add more levels, you can just go on adding it. It's a good way to present things using SmartArt. You can also work with adding charts to this, as we have seen in the PowerPoint as well. So we have the charts option. So you can select the charts, click OK, and the charts get added. You can replace the series if you want. You can just go on adding the values. Once you have added it, your chart will be there. So you can add charts also in the document. You can use insert option, charts, and you can choose a chart which you want to add. Just click OK. Then the charts gets added. So in this sheet, you can add the values. You can just replace it and you can create the chart. Very easy method to create the chart. Insert chart and select the chart you want, and then just click OK. In the sheet, you can just replace the values and your chart will be ready. So these are the charts. We can just go on adding as many document values which we want. You can do that. And very important is to save your document. So you can save the document wherever location you want to save it. You can just choose it and just save that. Give a name to this and then click on save. Your documents get saved. Any chart which you're working with, whenever you work with any chart, you have the chart design option. In the chart design option, you can select the different layouts available. These are ready-made chart designs. You can select any of them, just select it and that gets applied to it. So any chart you select, you will see the different designs for the charts will be available. So you can select any of them and that design will get applied. For all of the charts, you get this layout option. You can choose them. So everyone try this, the SmartArt as well as the chart option, insert it. Once you have done this, you can put done in the chat box. If you have any questions, you can ask. Whenever we are working with the document, there are margins to it, and margins basically help you to manage the space for your printing. So if you are going to print this document, you can see the borders which are there, they are inside the margins. And when you go to the layout option, you will see the page orientation, where you will see the page portraits and landscape, and you have the margins option. In this, you will see these blue lines which are there. Whatever is inside this blue line, that will get printed. The rest, all which is there, does not get printed, except your header, footer, and the borders. So if I go to my print option, and look at this document, you see that borders which are there, they will get printed. Anything which is out of this border will not get printed. So that is where the role of margin will come, and to manage that for your document to be printed. So if I remove the borders, let's remove the borders. Let's go to design and page borders, and we make it none. Click OK. Now there are no borders as such, but whenever you click here, and also let's add ruler. So in the view tab, you have ruler. You can see this marking is there. This is the ruler where you see this marking. That is where these margins come. So my entire text is after the margin, it starts on and ends on the margin. Whenever I go to my file and print, you will see my text which is visible, that is inside the margin, that will get printed. Whatever object or the text which is there inside the margin, that gets printed. So that entire blank area on all four sides is called the margin. And that is required, because if you are printing it at a very edge of the paper, then when you, let's say, want to file that document or you want to bind it, then it would be difficult to view those things which come inside the binding area or inside the margins. So very essential to keep a margin on all four sides, so that your content of the document is safe if you are going to bind it or if you're going to file it. So whenever you punch or bind it, it will be safe in that sense. So margins are very important to create a document. Yes, but if a document like this, what we created, the advertisement like this, here no requirement of margin at all, because the everything what you see is going to get printed. So if you are using an A4 size, is where it will print each and everything what is visible onto that page. So here no margins required. You can set it as a normal page altogether. So we have seen a lot of options today in Microsoft Word, basic options, but very useful options and very interesting options we have seen. So do practice these options, and once you practice it, you will understand how the usage of each option is there. The more you practice, the more the things will get simpler and easier to use in Microsoft Word. If any questions from anyone, you can ask. Okay, so Dinkle, this course, the entire detail, you can get it contact with the coordinator. It's a total 30 hours session, and we are on the Microsoft Word, which we have first day today. We have 2 more days to go for this, which we are going to do. So tomorrow we are having this, and then we have the next session on the Monday directly. Yes, you can convert this document to a PDF. When you are saving it, you can use the save as option. And in the save as option, you can choose the save as type as PDF. So when you choose that, then you can click on save. It will save the document as PDF. It will open up directly that document. So this is the PDF it converts. Yeah, Friday you don't have the session, directly we'll have it on Monday. So tomorrow we have the session, and then we'll have the session on Monday. You cannot share the Word file directly to Google Drive, but if you want, you can first save the document, and then you can upload it onto a Google Drive, and then you can share it with anyone.